What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the AJ Red Show. Tonight, I'm bringing back the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm going to talk about the fuckery and the foolery of the situation from the episode I did not post. Fuck it, yes, I'm saying it. From episode before last, when they first went to Blue Ridge, and now the second portion of Blue Ridge. So anyway, we're going to talk about the fuckery Marlo got going on, her stupid ass ways, her bullshit, and her trash ass trifling ways, the way she been acting and carrying on and whatnot and so forth with the people. Y'all want to talk about it? Fuck it, I do. So here we go.
It's the AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Now let's get into it.
What's going on? It's your boy AJ Red, and I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show, starring me, featuring me, AJ Red, the gorgeous, the handsome, the beautiful, the vivacious. I guess that's the word. The handsome. That's it already. Me, bitch. I'm back. So real quick, we're going to go over the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like I said before in the preview, I waited to couple the two episodes together. The going of Blue Ridge and I guess the leaving of Blue Ridge, Georgia, the trip the girls took. But before I jump into that, let me again start off with being very thankful to those of you who have subscribed. I'm tipsy. Subscribed, liked, and hit that notification bell to make sure y'all got these videos when they come out. And you guys have been diligent in watching these videos and actually putting in the comments. Again, I feel like I ask so much of you all, but you all come through so much more abundantly than I expected. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. I love the love. Keep it flowing because I will. But jumping into, like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell for those of you who have just joined the channel, who are new to the channel. I'm tongue-tied a little bit. I got a speech impediment. Fuck y'all. That's my little secret. I'm going to put it out there. When I get a little tipsy, I do get a little speech impediment. That's my truth. Take it for what you will. Okay? So, but I'm still a very educated, well-spoken man. So don't fuck around with that real quick. Anyway, jumping right into the episode of Atlanta Housewives, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I always fuck the title up. So, but anyway, jumping right in. So, of course, you all know by now the ladies took a trip to Blue Ridge, Georgia at the coin, allegedly, of Marlo Hampton. She decided to get a trip together for the girls and bring them out to Blue Ridge, Georgia. And somewhere along the lines, communication was broken with Kenya and Marlo and probably Sheree and also Sanya. They planned this trip, Marlo did, and she wanted to get the girls together to so-called bring herself back from the fuckery that she caused in her own motherfucking life by putting those boys out of the house. And I'm still not over that motherfucking shit. Let truth be spoken. I'm still mad with Marlo about that because my thing is this. Part of what I was actually, I want to say connecting with, when Kenya said, and I'm jumping around here, fuck it, like I said, I've been hitting these motherfuckers already. I'm probably about 8 in, so bear with me if you will. If you bad with your pastor, you sure to fucking bear with me. And you ain't paying me $1 for this free, stupid, goofy-ass, high-class intel I'm giving you, right? So bear with me for a moment here. But anyway, I kind of felt where Kenya was coming from when Sheree messy ass and Sanya messy ass ran off up in the room, talking to Kenya, acting like they were really having a heart-to-heart, a real girl moment, when they were actually looking for more mess, more fuckery, more bones to carry back to said Marlo Hampton. I don't understand these ladies. I do understand the part of them making their check, But at the end of the day, Sheree, you suffered enough with having to call Tyrone and him not picking up for your ass, and you need to call your daughter and ask her what the fuck it means to be blocked. When your phone call goes straight to voicemail, you have enough going on in your life with showing your age, with your damn near Alzheimer's, acting like you know what the fuck Tyrone was about in the beginning. But why in the fuck you still being the bone carrier? You claim you passed that torch on to somebody else. So why the fuck you still being messy and carrying on, dragging and carrying bones? As for Sanya, I don't understand why the fuck you the new chick in the group and you fucking around trying to tell Drew how you don't cut for her being messy or saying shit behind bitches' back or saying one thing to their face and then one thing behind their back that acting fake and phony when you clearly are fake and phony as fuck. Sanya, you are fake as a fucking Monopoly $100 bill. You are fake as fuck. Because the bottom line of it all is, first of all, coming into the show, I understand you got to, you know, create a little drama, you know, do a little something, do a little 1-2 for the 5-6. But I don't understand how the fuck you can call yourself calling Drew out for being messy and two-faced when now you are mirroring the same fucking personality that you claimed that Drew was exemplifying and you condemned. Now you're doing the same goofy ass backwoods bullshit. I don't understand. So from here on out, from this episode on out, Sanya, I don't expect you to be trying to check Drew about her attitude. Although Drew has a fucked up attitude and she does act dingy, you know, and she be doing some silly ass shit. She be fucked up too. But the bottom line is, you can't check another bitch for doing some shit and then turn around and do the same shit and not expect to be checked. So they ain't checking your ass. So Sanya, I'm checking you right here in the now. What else? Marlo acting just so, like I said before, so motherfucking trashy, going below the belt. You claiming that Kenya is talking about Michael and his little brother. That's not the fact. That's not what the fuck she said. If you run the tape back during the reunion, or you paid attention instead of jumping to conclusions, listening to Mutt and Jeff over here, coming bringing you a fucking bone, you going off on some dumb shit going off on Kenya. And let me be one of the ones to say Kenya gets on my motherfucking nerve more than half the time. A third. More than half the time. Fuck that. I ain't good in math. That's why I ain't go to school for mathematician. Bitch, I went to school for nursing and I still made it. How you doing? Half the time she's acting, you know, she's tripping. But in the end, I don't understand how Marlo can just, you know, write her off when you invited this chick to the house in the last episode saying, if you're willing to get over all this other fuckery, participate in the activities, and stay at the house with the rest of us, I can accept you. It's what Marlo said down to the table when she was talking to Kenya, when Kenya popped the fuck up at Blue Ridge when she said she wasn't even coming. Let's be clear about that. So, with that being said, Kenya still rented a house, you know, a little chateau down the way from where the ladies were staying the night prior. She got up in the morning because Marlo challenged her to be there by morning of the next day, or she couldn't participate in the activities with her and the other ladies, which were boring as fuck. I didn't understand why the fuck she wanted to participate anyway with that stupid ass mind and shit, with that man with all them fucking Trump signs that didn't even want y'all fucking ass up in the first place when y'all walked through the door. That white man had a look on his face of disgrace, disgust, and disbelief. Because I think when he saw the dollar signs and all that shit that was paid for this little group outing, I think he was just looking at the dollar signs. I don't think he was looking at the fact of it could have been an African-American group of ladies. And then you all show up with your fuckery, talking crazy shit, and doing all this extra shit, but we'll get to that in a minute. But Marlo acted a complete fucking child in the whole process. When it was time to go, she told Kenya she can't get on the sprinter and go until she talks to me. That's some childish ass shit. I've dealt with that from friends, and that's the kind of friend you grew up with, that when you playing games and shit, when you playing their game and you beating them at it, they snatch the controller and don't want to play anymore, you know, because they so fucking spoiled and ignorant and so fucking selfish. That was a Marlo moment. She felt like because she organized a trip, because she paid for the trip for the ladies, for her healing and all this other bullshit to pull her out of her bad place from putting out these boys. Bitch, you ain't like nobody to put your ass out. You put somebody else out, so all these bad feelings, you felt, the reason the bitch going through all that because she felt bad for treating those boys the way she fucking did, and probably for treating Crystal the way she fucking did, for sending them motherfucking boys over there to her, when she know Crystal working a 9 to 5, 5 out of fucking 7, bitch, you gonna send them boys over there and you think a check is gonna make all that shit clear? How about this? If you felt like your mental was being fucked with, think about Crystal's mental over there working at 9 to 5, 5 out of 7, when she got 4 kids of her fucking own, and you send 2 over there that you claim you're going to take care of, and you all of a sudden don't want around for a minute. Bitch, money don't solve everything, Miss Marlo. That's the whole problem with you. You so busy trying to have a Nene mentality, because I'm going to just say it, I feel like that's what the fuck you trying to do. My best friend calls me all the time. Me and this bitch get on the phone and argue about whether or not you're trying to be the ultimate Nene or the old Nene, or get your spot on the Atlanta Housewives and hold your peach off of the back of Nene Leakes. I have argued the point with my best friend for so fucking many months. Well, I ain't gonna say many. Well, many months. With your attitude before coming onto the show, in this capacity, this season, me and this bitch has argued more about you and Nene than anything in our whole motherfucking life we've ever argued about in our 20 plus years of knowing one another. So with that being said, I finally have to bow, bend, and break. Friend, if you watching this, which I know you probably are, I'm going to call you, bitch, when I'm done with this video. I'm going to say I bow out, I agree. Marlo is trying to be like Nene Leakes. She's trying to come in, be the face of Nene Leakes. She's trying to come in with this attitude, this nastiness, this character that, you know, Nene, that Nene Leakes created. Because how dare you come on and you say you feel bad about your mental. And yes, I say everybody should take care of their mental, including Marlo Hampton. But at the end of the day, bitch, you have the money and the means to make it happen for you and them boys when it comes to therapy. You should have had them in motherfucking therapy when they walked through your mammy fucking door. They should have been going to therapy 2 motherfucking days later already with a fucking appointment. But you sitting up so busy trying to make the money, which I understand because, bitch, there's no romance without finance. So I get that. But in the end, you currently had the means when you took these boys in to bring them to fucking therapy and try and get them some fucking help while their mama over here doing some ignorant ass, fucked off, retarded, drunk, drug ass shit. But you got your silly ass out here taking care of girls you don't fucking know, arguing with Candy about you don't take no hand-me-downs because that's what you was given when you was growing up. Bitch, please. I grew up with hand-me-downs and I am perfectly fine for it. Matter of fact, it makes me appreciate the finer things in life, the name brands, the labels that I can afford today, a lot more. Bitch, humble yourself. Because in the end, you wearing higher brands than I can afford. Fendi, Gucci, and all this other shit. And let me tell you, bitch, I can afford brands. Bitch, I have a closet full of them. So don't get it mistaken. But I have not made my finance be depicted off of what I can wear and I can afford. Bitch, I want a house that's paid for like Candy, and look at the rest of you bitches that still be making money on the outskirts while my house is paid for, and I'm laughing at you goofy ass motherfuckers while y'all started trying to build a bigger fucking house like Sheree that you can't even fucking afford. Sheree ain't got no job other than the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And thank God she landed that motherfucker, because who knows where Chateau Thelma would be today if she had not. I only hope, wish, and pray that she finally get She by Sheree off the motherfucking ground instead of being so mammy motherfucking nosy about other bullshit and being messy. And Sheree, you're right. The best advice you could have taken was from a bitch, a mogul like Candy Burris, bitch, because you need all the help you can get when it comes to the business department. How about it? Spend more of your time with your head and your eyeballs, your googlies, baby, and She by Sheree, and when she's going to launch something. Other than showing up with prototypes to a fake-ass drop it with Drew's session. You ain't even have enough to bring for all the other ladies. And share water about a pair of tights, a top, a headband, a fucking scrunchie to put on their weave or their bangs or whatever to hold while they dropped it with so-called Drew. So I think you need to spend more time on your finances instead of your romances. You need to leave love alone until you get your money together. How about that? Because you can't be distracted. You're entering possibly some senior years, Sheree, and you need to leave all that one thing at a time, one day at a time, Sheree. One thing, baby. Focus on She by Sheree so that house can be paid for and the lights can stay on. And we won't see no foreclosure sign on the outskirts or the gate of Chateau Thelma. I told you I'm jumping around. Fuck y'all. I'm doing my thing. Y'all on the channel. Y'all watch the shit. Y'all keep up. Sheree little drunk friend. Somebody told me they about to take her off the show. The little one with the big poof hair and shit. I don't even know her name. This chick always does. She always shows up to every event lit. That baby shows up to everything drunk as Cooter Brown. You know, I don't know if she wakes up at 7 in the morning and start off with mimosas and move on over to brandy or what the fuck she be doing. But every time you see her on that camera, her eyes are glazed red and her hair everywhere. I ain't know she had kids until she FaceTime one of them over yonder ways to check on her while she was out there causing all kind of havoc. This bitch showed up at 11:30 in the morning, full of that shit, cutting up with Drew, acting a motherfucking mammy fucking goddamn fool with Drew out of nowhere. I understand you trying to probably get you a spot on the show, sis. I get that. But I mean, I know y'all drink on the show, but like goddamn, do y'all breathalyze the bitch before y'all put them on the cast? Check the numbers? Cause honey, she be motherfucking blitzed every time she's on camera. Let that be known. Yeah, I said it, so what? And I'm not even a big fan of Drew's at all. But the whole bottom line is Drew throwing that bone and they go on that carpet. And all that old shit she was bucking like old chihuahua and shit. That shit had me over here dying up on the floor. When she threw that old bone down in the cast, asked her, Drew, do you have a dog? She said, I used to have a dog. That means that dog bone ain't been sitting around that mammy fucking house all this time. She stopped by Walmart's and she picked that doggy bone up just for that little girl and threw it up on that floor. And me personally, I ain't gonna lie, that was some good shade, because you are acting kind of fucking crazy like a little chihuahua. Sheree not even bucking at Drew like that no more. So why in the fuck is you doing the same stupid ass shit? Y'all need to get it together. What else? I'm looking, bitch. I'm looking at the fucking notes. I went off on a horror and I gotta look at my notes now. Marlo with the fucking dramatics. She was getting on my nerve. Let me just say that she just kept being the drama queen of the fucking group. The same thing Nene used to do. When Nene got confronted with certain shit, now I will say Marlo is a little bit way fuck overboard for drama queen. But you know how Nene used to do? Every now and then when Nene had some shit going on behind the scenes, she'll come at all the other girls. Drop them hoes, dog them bitches out. Give them lines they probably ain't had if they even snorted cocaine, bitch. She was giving them lines. She was reading them for filth. You know, a lot of the time on this motherfucker. But when they turn around and they finally got the balls and the clitoris to face Nene and bring her motherfucking ass to the forefront and get her together about some shit or address her about something that she said or done, Nene usually would crab up, start crying and all this shit and start saying how she got so much going on and all that different stuff, which was really true when it came to Greg. I'm not talking about that. So fuck y'all. I'm not saying anything about Greg. I loved Greg. He was a good man. R.I.P. to Greg. I wish he had never had to even go through what he dealt with. I wish he was still here now, because out of every husband in that group, no matter who it was that circulated through the group, I feel like still Greg is still number one as far as husbands on my list. You feel me? So don't even take me out of context with that shit. So don't run back with that shit at all. Greg was the greatest man they even put on this cast as a husband. I don't give a fuck if it was Nene or anybody else. He was a good man. he was solid. He was never down for no drama, no bullshit, no mess. So I cuts for him even though he's not even still here. So any one of y'all get on here fucking with Greg's name, bitch, y'all gonna face me. You ain't gonna just face Nene, but y'all gonna face me. That was a good man. I loved Greg myself and he wasn't even mine, bitch. So don't take that out of context. But when it came to certain stuff with Nene, when she was backed into a corner and she was confronted with her actions or words or, you know, shit like that, she would back into a corner and crab up and she would start crying and all this other shit. But Marlo, bitch, you done took it overboard. You gonna wait? Oh, I'm back. I gotta visit my hydration station. Hold on. Ooh, hallelujah. So anyway, Marlo goes way overboard. All that extra she was doing with Kenya about her going on a trip, you didn't have to talk to Kenya. And like Candace said, why do we have to start off the morning like this? Can we go out and have a good... Marlo, you the one that set the funky-ass tone for that funky-ass stupid mining trip y'all went on over there. You did that. You fucked up the energy, bitch. Not Kenya. And let me tell you something. I don't come for Kenya that often because Kenya is guilty of plenty of shit, but she wasn't guilty on this one in my eyes, in my opinion. Why do you say that, AJ Red? I say it because. Why in the fuck are you chasing this woman through the... She got to talk to me. And that's after this messy motherfucker here. And this one here come over there talking about what she said about the boys. All that woman said, all Kenya said was, you cannot traumatize kids further when you know they're already in a fucked up situation. And she used it. When you say something about another bitch and you can use yourself as an example to make your point, that says a lot to me. She used herself as an example with what she went through and what Marlo teased her and fucked with her about for years. Not having a good relationship with her mom, being a foster kid, all that stuff, you know, being rejected. Marlo did that to her. And you turn around and rejected those kids the same way you mocked Kenya behind being done, how her mom did her. That was always been fucked up, and that's why I call you trash. Because you don't make light of shit like that. You hit way below the belt. But with that being said, Kenya just said, with children, you can't just take children and give them back. And as a mother, I can take her at her motherfucking word for that. She can't just give Brooklyn, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to at any point. But she couldn't just give her back. You feel me? So with that being said, you knew these children were going through some shit. You were an adult, grown motherfucking woman. Bitch, your feelings can handle this, especially with some good therapy and maybe some medication. You could have been good. But the bottom line was for you to stand on the forefront for those boys as you told them you fucking would. And like Kenya said, it is not fair to those boys that you shipped them the fuck off somewhere else and just send a check behind it. That don't make it all right. Let me tell you that right now. That don't make it all right. You took on a solid vow and you said you were going to take those boys in and tend to them until their mother had gotten better. And if she didn't, oh well, fuck it. You have the means to do so. With the boy punching the wall and shit, if no other time you recognize then it's time for therapy to step in, bitch. So please, you could have been going to family therapy, sending them and those boys to therapy individually. You chose to ship them the fuck off like they were some fucking, you went to PetSmart or some shit and ordered a doggy online and realized the doggy doesn't work with your emotion or your feelings anymore. You and the dog don't get along, so you ship it back to the store. You could probably do that with a dog because, bitch, the dog is 9 times out of 10 going to be hurt. But he can't vocalize that to you at any point in his life. But a child can. And Marlo, I still stand steadfast on what the fuck I say. You was wrong for sending them boys to your sister, bitch. Your sister have a hard enough time as it is doing what she has to do for herself. And I don't know if you send her money on the regular with her and her kids or not, but that's beside the point. The bottom line is, why in the fuck would you put more on Crystal when you know she has already enough to deal with? It ain't just about the money. If your mental, you feel like it's being fucked up with 2 boys, she over there with 6 now. With 6 children. And Crystal don't look all that straight and well right now because she might be stressed over some shit her own fucking self. So the bottom line is, it is unfucking fair. And for bitches like you that have the means to do better, by all means you should. There is no fucking excuse for Marlo's behavior. And the way she acted with Kenya on this trip and put everything on somebody else, you know, you set the tone for that with that stupid shit about we got to talk before we leave and all that. You and that woman could have talked after y'all got back at the end part of the night on the patio somewhere with just the two of y'all and maybe one mediator with a couple of glasses of wine or some shit, and y'all could have had that conversation whether y'all fell out or not or fell in. You set the fucked up tone for that trip. And then let me just say this. For you to turn around and tell a bitch, I'm ending the trip, I called a call for all of y'all to go home, bitch. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't have gave a fuck if you to change your mind and decided for everybody to stick around and have a good time. I swear for M&M's, bitch, I would have still taken that same black car. Better yet, I would have let your black car you ordered for me. I'd have let that bitch go back and made sure you got your motherfucking refund, bitch. And I'd have called my own motherfucking shit. I'd have been out and on a motherfucking ride back to Atlanta, Georgia, on my phone with TikTok, Twitter, and all this other shit, Instagram. Not saying what you've done, but just checking my shit. Because I ain't never in my life been put out of or off of a fucking trip. And one of the ladies, I don't know who said it because I think the camera wasn't on at the time, and I didn't recognize the voice when I heard it because I was so fucking baffled and appalled behind your bullshit action behind you canceling the trip because it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. Everybody getting pissy, I'm about to say pussy drunk. Everybody getting pissy drunk and sitting there gathering around you and your throne, bathing you in love and all that shit. Girl, fuck you. Go bathe yourself in love with, go call E.11 and pay her a couple of $100,000 or a couple of thousand, whatever, and let her help you fix your fucking life. That's not for these ladies. They're your friend, bitch, and you ain't treat them like no friend on this trip. None of them at the end. So me personally, I'd have called my own black car. I'd have been headed back to Atlanta, GA. And the next day or whatever, when you call, bitch, or text me or email or whatever the fuck it was, bitch, I'd have straight had you probably already blocked. So you would have had to talk to me through one of these other chicks out of the group. Because you fucked up for that. And I'm going to keep on riding Marlo's motherfucking ass until the sun set, until she decides to have a change of heart and get her motherfucking self together and admit the fuckery and the wrong that she committed to those boys. Because you can't do that. You just can't. You can't do that. You feel me? You can't invite these children into your home and call yourself Monty. Send these children to damn near prom and all this other shit. And be in their life like that. And they're trusting you. Yes, they're going through something, but Marlo, you of all people have gone through the same exact shit, but you didn't have the same exact outlet they had. You didn't have the same opportunity they had. And therefore, God put you in a better position to supply better. And you chose your mental, which again is important, sister. Take care of that. By all means, guard that with your life. But you have the means, Marlo, to have sent you and those boys to sit down to family therapy to come in the home and talk to y'all. If you afforded this trip that you talking about with these ladies and shit, I'm more than sure $60,000. I'm pretty sure that you paid for more than enough. Hell, a few years of therapy with you and those boys, and that's family, individual for you, Michael, and the young baby, and still have some change left over. But you chose to ship them off like something you got from Amazon. That ain't cool, sis. I don't give a fuck what you say. And ain't nothing you gonna say now, then, and in the future other than an apology and that you are wrong in your actions towards those children. Ain't nothing else you can say to me about it that's gonna make it right. Because, like I say, I've done foster, and the only time they've ever left me was to go back to their original biological mother. And my whole plan was to keep them all their whole life long. And I'm still in touch. Okay? Still in touch with every last one of them. And I ain't saying it's a whole lot. 3. And I'll say, honestly, Out of the 3, I'm only in touch with 2. And that's because the 3rd one is too young to even be in touch with me. So it's not fair. And at the end of the day, Kenya was exactly right in what she said. You can't take on children and discard them like a tissue. You of all people know the hurt of that. And how in the fuck can you be a person to say, my girls get the best, you know? That's because you're all about a dollar. Because all you do is pay for this shit and show up to a couple of events and speak about your foundation and keep it moving. But with those boys, you had to actually put in some physical, mental, and emotional work. And you're not used to that. And that's okay. That's what therapy, counseling is for. So I'm gonna get the fuck off my soapbox. I'm 30 minutes in. I don't even usually do the housewives that long anymore because they're so goddamn ignorant. It's beyond me to say Candy is keeping her cool in this one. I give it to her. Candy is staying very neutral, which is not typical of Candy. She's staying very neutral. I appreciate that. And she's actually calling people out. She's doing, Candy is working. Candy is the workingest woman out of everybody in this group. That's why she's probably, I'm sure, the richest woman out of everybody in this group. Well, I don't say the richest. That's so ghetto. The wealthiest woman out of everybody in this group. Not to say all these other ladies don't have their own titles, their own money. I found out this one here was a Disney star. So I've done my research. So she's getting residuals from her Disney movies and other things that she starred in and been in movies and different stuff like that. So Drew, props out. Mad respect for your accomplishments. I'm not a man that will sit up and talk about you in any negative way and will not acknowledge your accomplishments. Proud of all of y'all, what y'all have done when it comes to your financial and your status. But I only hold you ladies accountable for this. At the end of the day, you are all still African-American females. And I would hope and pray that outside of this show, this is more like a character most of you all play to make your ends meet. I would hope and pray outside of this show that you all are really, really, really good friends in some capacity, and that you all hold each other to a certain standard, and you all respect each other and what you all bring to the table as a friend to each other, not to this show, because this show to me is not what real friendships are about. So I'm hoping and praying, and when it's all said and done, when the cameras are off, the lights are down, the producers are gone, all the other staff is gone, when the cameramen have left and gone home to their families, I'm hoping and praying that the characters you all play on these reality shows are just that, characters. And I find sometimes in the after fact, that a lot of you are really going for the jugular on these shows to keep your title, your rank, and to keep your check coming in. I'll say this. That's okay. That's what you do for a living, right? But I'm going to say this. Have some respect for yourself as ladies on here. Don't go below the belt. I don't give a fuck. I know these producers probably ask different stuff, but Nene did have limits, Marlo. She wouldn't let them film certain stuff, especially with the days of Greg and stuff like that. Y'all got to have a level of self-respect, because there are young ladies watching y'all, wanting to be y'all in certain capacities, and y'all are going to be held responsible in a very, 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 very big way in the near, I was going to say the near future, in the present. So y'all, aside to a check, if you got any self-respect, you need to delve into that. And I sound like somebody passed it, did. But anyway, delve into that and pull the better self of you out of that. And if this is, okay, because like I said, I found that some of y'all hit below the belt on here, get these views, and then off camera, y'all relationship is fucked up as shit between one another because you tried so hard to get this check. I can't make you make a decision in that, but you got, don't be talking about black excellence and womanhood and all this stuff and standing in the gap and all. Don't talk about none of that shit if you're not going to seriously off camera be about that. Because I tell you, I get on camera and cut up with any one of you motherfuckers. But in the end, I'll be behind the scenes. Girl, so you want to go to lunch or what? Girl, because you know none of that shit I meant. I lied about some shit. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit up here and do that to you. I'm not about to sit up here and learn your life story and then turn around and gut punch you with some shit that's going to really hurt you in your life, your personal life. If it's superficial, I can fuck with to get my check. But if it's going to hurt you deep or fuck with you, I can't do that. So anybody out there looking for me or want me in a capacity to where you want me to fuck around and do some shit to somebody on the cast to where I'm going to hurt them so deep to where off this camera, they can't trust me to be my real friend and I can't be theirs. And we still be able to commune and have a real friendship off camera. Don't look for me because I'm a realist. And I'm going to stay that way in my own lane. And if I'm a friend of yours, that's what I'm going to be. On this camera, if we agree to go throw some slugs, I'm here for it. Let's just agree on them slugs. You feel me? Yeah, you do. I'm not about to get on here and agree to some other shit between me and you and then behind the scenes dog you on camera and make you look stupid. And then I have to face you as a friend and look you in your eyes. And what the fuck can I say behind some shit like what some of these are doing to each other? Because like I said, when Marlo said, because I'm sure Candy probably done seen it now, Aaron, her pussy war and all this other shit, and she done fucked all this other shit and had to marry below her tax bracket, and how Sheree was in on it. I'm pretty sure when Candy had seen this, and I need to go by Candy's show because I need to subscribe and be on Candy's show. I want to know how Candy felt about it because I want to know if I want to know if this was planned for show or if these two can't be trusted by her. Because I don't want no fake friends in my group. Fuck you. If you're going to be a fake bitch, skip me the Bible to your ass on about your business because I don't need you around me. Because the bottom line is I'm going to end up cutting you in top of your motherfucking shit. Or, you know, this could... Matter of fact, I take that back. That was the old me. That was the old me. I'm going to end up cutting you off. I don't play that shit. And I mean cut the fuck off. I give so many chances. I'm a Sagittarius, bitch. I deal with all kind of motherfucking shit. But when you burn me too many times, bitch, when I decide to cut you off, it's done. Ain't no coming back from that. You feel me? I'm done. So with that being said, that's all I have for y'all. I'm done glazing and grazing and singeing his ass. Follow me in my other videos. Check me out with that Rob Pastor, because child, when I tell y'all I went the fuck off, I went the fuck off. So check that video out. If you have not already, like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell to make sure that you get these notifications when I post these videos, because I guarantee you, I aim to please. I will not let you down. I'm going to do my best every time, right? With the help of Blanche, Dorothy, and Sophia and Rose around here somewhere. With the help of them, we're going to work this thing right on out. Anyway, yes, God, we are. So anyway, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell if you have not already. Share with somebody you like. Share with somebody you don't like. Share with somebody you know. Share with a motherfucker you don't know. Because I promise you, if you don't like me, I guarantee somebody else will. All right? Also, love yourself. Self-love is everything. Love yourself, love somebody else. But only if they're willing to love on you in the same way back. Because we ain't playing that one-way street shit, right? Conducting traffic, that's what that was. I was a crossing guard real quick. Y'all gotta catch that shit. But anyway, y'all take care of yourselves. I'll see y'all in the next video.